What's up, YouTube? Erod212 here with another video. So this past weekend, the Kubert School of Art held their first Comic-Con, and it didn't disappoint. All right, so this past weekend, the legendary Kubert School of Art that started by the late great Joe Kubert and his sons eventually were running that store, the shop. Adam and Andy Kubert, I believe they were all part of that. But they have since sold that school. It still carries the name, but they are no longer a part of it. But they were doing a Comic-Con. So I went up there to show some support and knew a bunch of the vendors. I actually know one of the guys who's running the Kubert School, the owner, really nice guy. And I picked up some nice books. They also had a really good artist alley, so they had like Chris Campagna was there. That was one of the bigger names. Got to talk to him for a while. He was just looking. He had his portfolio with there, just looking at all the stuff, because Chris is now with Marvel. So that's going to be awesome. He's actually going to be on Very Gary's live stream on Thursday night, I believe it is, on Whatnot. So make sure you're checking that out with Ryan Brown and Chris Campagna. Dueling artists. That should be interesting. They also had Tom Mandrake. They had quite a few artists there. Pros and cons. Pros, it was super cheap, and the stuff goes to artists, the donation to get in there. I always like that. A lot of the vendors that I know from the local shows were set up there, but there were some other vendors also. There was some good dollar bin diving, and there was some really nice wall books. As a matter of fact, let me just show you a quick look at the floor, and you tell me what you think. So yeah, that was the floor. Like I said, the one thing that they had, one room that was set up, had some room, but like a school, it was in the hallway. A lot of the vendors were in the hallway, and it was very narrow, so it's kind of hard to maneuver. They did do an artist alley on the third floor, which was really cool. So you had just room just for all the artists. I thought that was cool. But like I said, dollar bin diving, some newsstands, Amazing Spider-Man number 260. A nice Perillo Red Sonja cover, just gorgeous cover. I believe it's Perillo also, right? Yeah, Perillo on Vampirella. That's just beautiful. I mean, the red looks wet. It's done so nice. A little Scotty Young for Exterminators. New 52 number 1. This is the free comic book day variant. Avengers 14, first cover appearance of the new Wasp. This is a book that was sitting there, nobody had taken it. Secret Wars 2, number 3, first appearance of the Beyonder. Good spec book right there. Nice John Boy Myers variant for Venom. I love this cover. Gorgeous Peach Momoko Wolverine cover. crushed it. Joe Jusko, who's going to be at Terrificon, Kingpin cover right there. Speaking of Terrificon, make sure you guys, if you're stopping by, booth number 420, come by, say hello. Also, if you want, we are dropping this variant right there. Last Ronin of the Lost Years, number 5. It's limited to 1,000. It is a Terrificon exclusive. So, just for the show, it's going to have the logo and everything. I'm really excited for it. And listen, if you are unable to go to the con and you want to get a copy, just hit me up on social media and we'll work something out. But also picked up this nice, another Peach Momoko for Inferno. So see, this is where Peach is like, I love this. I do. I think that's sick. This for me is eh. But, you know, now this is fire. Arthur Adams, I would love a commission by him. His White Queen right there. Although all his female faces kind of look the same, but his drawing of the anatomy is awesome. See, like, I like this. This is a nice looking Peach cover right there. Really, really nice. Amazing Spider-Man number 254. Just before, there's early black suit issues. 280. 258. I believe this is where Peter finds out that the costume is an alien symbiote. Then I can't leave, like, Bertie Wrightson, Swamp Things, issue number 8. Gorgeous Batman cover. Can't leave that there. Joker covers. I mean, another Joker cover. I always like this. It's sinister. It kind of reminds me of the way McFarlane drew Batman with using all black, where you don't see the interiors. They kind of did the same thing there. It's pretty cool. Series that I believe in is Secret Wars. So this is issue number 0. Copy of The Invaders. Seeing a lot of people finishing this run. A lot of first appearances in there. There's a character, I keep saying it, in The Invaders that, I don't know, with everything going on with Secret Invasion, you might see a character that originated in The Invaders somewhere down the line. In a TV series or something else. Because I keep saying it, I don't want to spoiler alert if you don't want to hear anything, but when you see the end of Secret Invasion, is that going to be Excalibur that's going to be formed as a team? Or is it MI-13? If it's MI-13, it makes a lot of sense because that was all tied into Secret Invasion, right? But one of the members of MI-13 is Spitfire. Also, she becomes the love interest of Blade, who we are getting. And the Black Knight is also in there. If you remember, MI-13, 4, and 5 were first Black Knight, first meeting of the Black Knight and Blade. So it kind of all ties in. It's a little spec that I have. Spitfire is also bitten by Baron Blood, and she becomes a vampire. So, eternal life. So, I don't know, but it's just a character. When I see that book cheap, I pick it up, but it's all part of Invaders. So is Baron Blood. Starts off in the Invaders. Invaders 37. Amazing Spider-Man 262. One of the least favorite Spider-Man covers. I can't stand this cover, but I'll take it in a newsstand. And Amazing Spider-Man 233. So those were all dollar bin dives. Me and my man Joe Rock ran into him there. We were just digging in the dollar bins. And now here's some of the better books. I got some nice deals. Pick this up every chance I get. X-Men 24, that's the famous Rogue and Gambit Kiss. Daredevil number 196. I love that Wolverine, Frank Miller Wolverine right there. Actually, it's Klaus that does this here. Klaus Jensen does that Wolverine right there. These were super affordable. Amazing Spider-Man number 81. When you're seeing Bronze Age Spideys, 15-cent Spideys, man, under $129, pick them all up because that's a great run. And issue number 95. These were nice. These were all fine and better. The 95 is probably a fine. The other one's probably even better. Another book I love right there. Scotty Young on Amazing Spider-Man. What's the number on that? 611, iconic cover. and then a nice newsstand edition for X-Men Annual number 14. First quote-unquote appearance of Gambit. We all know it's not, but it does in continuity. This story starts before. And then the big book I picked up for the show, because I got just a great deal because of a bundle, and shout out to all the vendors out there. I was able to get a really nice X-Men 266 First Gambit, and this book has some great pressable defects that hopefully will make that book improve a lot better. So I'm thinking of doing an experiment where I'll tell you guys what I paid for this after I press it and everything else, and we'll see how far I can take the sale of this book into buying a big book. Okay, I've done it before in the past, but I think I'm going to start it off with this book. This is going to be the book that starts it all off, and it's a really nice looking copy of Gambit right there. So that's it. But again, if you're in Connecticut, stop by, say hello. Gary, the Defects, Three Men in the Basement, just so many people. I know Mike the Beast Benson's going to be there. KV Comics is going to have John Jang at his booth. So make sure you're stopping by there. New York Comic Auctions is running a great, like a treasure hunt, a scavenger hunt. He's running a scavenger hunt. Stop by his booth, get the sheets, and you're able to win some prizes if you do whatever it is. So kind of makes the con a lot more fun. So there'll be something there for everybody. There's so many great artists they bring in this year. David Finch is in there. Greg Land is there. It's just some great guys. Then they get the legends and the older guys. Top of the new artists, Mark Morales is going to be there. It's just an awesome show. But enough of this rant. I appreciate you guys, and until the next video, peace.